Okay, I don't have much time. Busy day today and tomorrow. Um, Challenging one. I know a lot of you, I don't know if you're up and rolling or whatever, but good morning. This is an early bird edition of Trucker Cafe on Sunday, September 15th. Good morning, Don. Thank you for coming in. So, I got a really big mountain to accomplish over the next 24 hours. Good morning, Sterling, channel member. I had to sit here and think a lot this morning with my first cup of coffee. As a matter of fact, I think I want to start another one because I'm almost done with that. But today is challenging, and I have loads planned for a good amount of money, which will cover my weekend and get me off to a rockin' start for the week. But I have to ninja plan it, like really. So I'm waiting just a little bit to start my clock because tomorrow's load has to pick up at 8 o'clock in the morning. If you can wrap your head around this one. This trucking wife is in the house. Good morning. Justin Malhoff is in the house. Good morning, Justin. Thank you for coming in. Yeah. And so some of you may be at the end of your night. Some of you may be at the beginning of your morning. What did I just do with that thing? Oh, there it is. Okay, so today's challenge is running the clock like a pro, which I'm pretty good at doing. Sorry for the camera stuff. I'm multitasking. So I have a load due at Amazon tonight at 9 p.m. I am still in Indianapolis because I had to take my 34 or none of this was going to even be possible. So there was that. Which means I have to leave today. I have to get down to North Crackalacky by whatever time. But in order to be there on time. So doing your load recon, as Snorlord always gets on me about, is very important. As you know. So I had to look at where I was going. Look at, what the other drivers was said about the location. And and I'm glad I did that because there's a trick. I guess here for deliveries, they check you in. And other drivers recommend that you go there like 2 hours early. I'm trying to hold this between my knees. And and then they're going to send you to a Love's 2 miles down the street to wait for your door. So being the fact that I have to beeline down there, number one. And then when I get there, there's going to be this, that, and the other, getting to the truck stop, waiting at the truck stop, driving back 2 miles to the delivery when they have me a door. I have to consider all those things in my clock schedule today. So as much as I want to leave right now, I had to look at the next 24 hours ahead of time. Nomadic Brick, good morning. Thank you for coming in. I'm a grandpa Friday. Oh, congratulations, Don. Wheel Burner will host Church of Wheel today. Okay, everybody make sure you catch Church of Wheel at Wheel Burner Express channel on YouTube. That's going to be awesome. Everything Brian does on that channel is awesome if you like trucking or love trucking. I guess I need another coffee cup for this one. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on this morning. Just looking at the clock, figuring it out, making sure that I do not leave right now too early because I could really screw it up. And I know this because I've done it before. I mean, I've screwed up my clock before. So, I have a friend who's new to trucking, and he's over at, he decided to go with, what is it now? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Let's just say another company. So he's brand new, fresh on a CDL. And so far, the word on the street is that he's being trained by a big, fat, disgusting, smelly trainer. So he's got that going on. Which, will make people appreciate getting done with training faster. And so, thank you for the coffee money, Sterling. Super chat 420. Could I wipe off the camera? Okay, hang on. Okay, sorry. It is dark in my cab right now, and it is early, so I can't kind of light. I mean, I could light things up, but if I do this behind me, then it's behind me, so I got the overhead light on. The only other thing I can do is this. I don't know if that is that better for you. Welcome, Lingo. Welcome, Mr. Mrs. Miss Durga. I don't know. Thank you for the trolls. Love you guys. So, okay. So, yeah. So, they're going to send me the loves, and then I got to go back. So, when you are planning for your loads the next day or so, you got to make, especially when they're tight together, because my next load picks up at 8 a.m. the next morning. So, those of you that know, you see the challenge in there, right? So, I imagine this is going to cause me to have to split break it in a very perfect way. And that means that I have to get there. I have to not start my clock too early and allow for that time period where Amazon is going to send me to the truck stop, and then still make sure that I can split my break in the proper way so that I gotta be in sleeper berth by midnight. Like, that's fire. I gotta be in sleeper berth by midnight and sleep 7 hours, which means I have to get 3 hours for the first part of the split somewhere, somehow. Now I'll do it. But I have to be on point with my clock today. Like, I have no hiccups, can't screw this up. So, and I can't run over my 14-hour clock. So, for those of you that are not truckers, we have to be very good at time management, amongst a million other things. Lots of problem solving. If you think, I mean, it depends on how you run, I guess. And if your intelligence level can handle it. So I'm a runner. I like to stay on my clock. I do make mistakes sometimes. And you learn as you go. But it's very important to manage your time. Think about the whole next 24 hours, right? You guys all know this. I'm not teaching you anything. But it's one of them days for me. So any prayers would be appreciated. And it's great that it's a Sunday, and I'm praying that that means I have less traffic difficulties today. So I'm brewing the second cup of coffee, which is probably going to kill my stomach. I'm not having a good time with coffee lately, and I'm faced with the fact that I need to probably stop it. Snorlord, the metalhead Viking caveman trucker, is in the house saying early to bed or early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Be willing to be a beginner every single morning. Lose an hour in the morning and you will be all day hunting for it. Yes. And so I wanted to bolt out of here like a half hour ago. But I had to settle myself down. Because if I get there too early and then they send me to Love's and then it's all that and whatever, I am going to go over my 14-hour clock. And that's not going to work with the whole thing. And it's going to run me late for the next load in the morning, which will dock me $100 if I'm late. The good news is it's 18 minutes away from my delivery. So again, I have to go back and look at it, and I have to be like, okay, I want to allow enough time for me to be able to go to the next shipper because they have overnight parking, because I did my recon. Snorlord's patting me on the head right now. And I can park there for the overnight, okay? But again, I have to plan for that extra drive to be able to get there. Which means all the way back to right now, I have to chill for a minute so that I do not start my clock too early. So I don't screw all that up. So I've got to get the drive shift in. I'm going to have to manage leaving the receiver to go stage at the Love's that's 2 miles down the road and 2 miles back, and then get unloaded, and then be able to drive still to the next shipper to park for the night, which I'm sure will be my closest safe haven. And then once I'm there, I'm there. I won't be late for my 8 o'clock appointment. If I do it any other way, I'm facing some challenges of being on time, and I don't want to be late because I don't want to miss $100. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've done the thinking, I've done the calculating, I've done the recon on this stuff. So I got the plan. Now it's just executing it today. I'm in Indianapolis right now. So it's going to be a hustle today. So I figured since I have to delay a few minutes, I would have a good morning coffee with you guys and kick off the new week and let you know that I'm starting off running hard, and it's going to be ninja moves all day today. But I cannot start my clock too early. So I'm getting to the point where I'll be able to start out here in just a bit. So I have time. I wish you didn't run so hard, sister. Coffee has a lot of acidity. And I've heard MCT or whole fat cream helps. Yeah, I have three tablespoons of butter in my coffee, and I whip it up all nice and fun so it has the frothy stuff on the top. So I do that. But because I'm carnivore, there's only so much my body will let me have before it starts feeling bad in my tummy, even with all the butter. My body's telling me lately that it really doesn't like coffee. And yeah. So I think my next option is to try an organic, clean, really clean coffee. But my gosh, there's $23 a bag, you guys. Like, I don't know. Nomadic Brit says I only use oatmeal milk. Yeah, I'm not touching any grains or sugars or plants anymore. I'm straight on meat. So the oatmeal milk is not on my list of things. So I hope you guys are off to a productive week. Hope you got your plans going on. Hope you're not sitting there without a load. Don says, time to ditch the coffee. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Don. Vanessa Smithy's in the house. Good morning. Go take Dee Dee for a walk and take some deep breaths, and it will calm down some of that anxiety. Everything will work out. Oh, Vanessa, thank you. Love you. Vanessa's not feeling well. Everybody pray for her today, please. It's I wouldn't call it anxiety. I mean, maybe. But to me, it's like it's the mountain of the day that we must climb. And it's better to be prepared for it now instead of just being my regular old self that gets up at the before the butt crack of dawn, by the way. I'm such an early bird. And getting so excited to just get going, right? I have to hold myself down right now. You have to hold me down right now. So that's why I said, well, I might as well get my morning coffee out of the way, talk to the folks, and just kind of let you know, like, this is how my week is starting, which is fantastic because there's not, look, when it comes to stuff like this, when I get to prove myself, and again, this current broker that I'm working with, whoever you think it might be, I have a great relationship with them. They absolutely celebrate in the office when I pull amazing feats and do the near impossible. They absolutely love it and send me happy emails to tell me, like, you're a rock star, stuff like this. And so they don't worry about me. Now, if I tell them something happens or I screwed up and I get delayed, they are fine with it because I have a great relationship with them. I've done so many miraculous things for them, and they appreciate everything and how I do it. I'm super professional with them, so you know, they tolerate if I do make a mistake, and they have no hesitation with putting me on the loads that they have to really depend on somebody's professionalism on. So Snorlord dropped a video on the OG channel. Everybody check out Snorlord OG. He dropped a new video. Sterling's trying to get home and make my jerky. BTW. Thank you, Sterling. I am so excited. Snorlord says, Proverbs 16:9 says, the heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. This verse reflects on the idea that while people can make plans, God ultimately decides what will happen. Like a good father would, right? And a good husband, you know. So, thank you for the word this morning, Snorlord. The like button deserves attention. Yeah, go ahead and hit that like for me, guys. Subscribe if you're new here. I'm just a lady trucker out here making it happen. And I love to share and be silly. I dropped 2 videos yesterday, guys. 2. Please go watch them if you haven't. One was making boneless beef ribs in the air fryer. And the other one, what was it? Oh, I did a video for Cassius King showing practical use of the air fryer in the truck and keeping it clean and easy. Because he asked for it. So check those out. Snorlord says if you are using heavy whipping cream, it's probably the guar gum or the carrageenan that's hurting the gut. Oh, no. I don't eat none of the chemicals anymore. ShannAn needs a tripod. Oh, there's good news. Thanks to my channel members and their generosity, I have a gimbal coming. And it is a tripod / camera robot. I think this is going to help the channel. I'm super excited to get it, but I can't even get my butt home to get it. I got lots of stuff to take care of when I get home. I have to go get my glasses broke again. So I had to super glue them again right here. So I'm thinking it's time to get to the eye doctor, get my checkup. I'm past due anyways, and get my new glasses. And then I have a title issue to fix with the truck that we got, the Red International. The bank wants me to change the title over to Michigan. So I got to do that. I got some things to pick up. One of them includes my new gimbal. I'm super excited about it. And all that. So, but I got to get home. And last week was so terrible. I ran, but it was not what I would call a profitable week. But when you have a business to run, you're going to have bad weeks. And the business gets taken care of. But I can't say that I made a lot of money in my pocket. And I didn't. But it's okay, because I'm a business owner and I run my business. And we're not going to have a stellar week every week. However, this weekend, this challenge I'm starting my week out really, really was awesome, because it gave me a boost I needed into next week. And it also kind of made up for some of the crap that I did last week. Now, let me take responsibility and say yes, because I can hear Snorler's voice like in my head all the time. And he's like, why did you go to Florida? Well, I explained why I went to Florida. And it was okay that I did, but going to Florida gets really expensive. And the way that they're booking, they're scheduling the loads right now is pretty weird. You know, so you can get caught in that mess even when you don't plan to, even when you go to Illinois. My makeup is so jacked up right now. I got like yesterday's makeup on. You know, I moved the truck. I got to a good freight area. And then there was like almost nothing but shorties. And so, I was trying to go home. So I took a shorty over from Illinois to Indiana. And then I was going to try to go Indiana for home for the weekend. But there was nothing going in Michigan. Out of Indiana or Ohio. Go figure. So the executive decision had to be that I'm not going home this weekend. And so, but that led me to this opportunity. If I do my job right, then we're going to make up for lost time last week, lost revenue. Snorler says, I have a simple plastic tripod. I'm old school. Yeah, and I do have one. Boogie Nights is in the house. It's a man, yeah. It's a man, yeah, said Austin Powers. Trump, Harris, or hot dogs, cats, and cannibalism. I think there's bigger issues than cats and cannibalism on the agenda. God, I hope there is. We can only pray, right? So, hit the like for me on the way in or out. And, what has happened here? There's like a money sign. What is YouTube doing? What is that? Oh, that's my super chat. Okay, thank you, Sterling, for the super chat. So I'm getting to the point where I got to start my pre-trip and all this. My second cup of coffee is done, and I just want to bless you guys this morning and be safe out there on the new week. And may God go before you, beside you, and behind you, and guide your steps. In the name of Jesus, I pray that for you this week. And and pray for me too, because this is I already know how this is gonna work out. This is gonna be another one of my pinnacle victories. Okay, so I'm excited about it. And anything can happen, but it's Sunday, and I probably hit some church traffic. But I think other than that, like, I'm gonna rock through it. The time management is the biggest challenge that I could be facing if I don't play this right. So that's exciting. Dee Dee has already had breakfast, so we knocked that out. She got her little morning doo-doo and whatever. And I'm, when you have a second cup of coffee, you're going to have a pee stop. So there's that. And I think I got it figured out where I can still stop and get fuel if I need to. But the good thing is that I think I have enough to finish the trip and then get to tomorrow, and then we can worry about fuel. I'm going to be in a great fuel area. So, you know what I'm saying? I hope that you guys look positively on the new week as a new opportunity and a brand new day. Because once again, praise the Lord, we have woken up on the top of the ground and we're breathing. So you have a reason to praise the Lord. And my name is Nobody's in the house. What's up? Thanks for coming in. Hit the like on the way in or out. Kamal, good morning. Appreciate you guys coming in to have some early coffee. But the option was either we have early coffee or I just stand you up and I didn't want to stand you up. So I'll show you guys. This is how I make my coffee. It's like, I take this butter and I take this fun little thing and I chop off about 2 tablespoons with my super sharp knife, and I get this golden nugget of beauty right here, and I put it in there. And then I put everything back away, and then I give that a minute to melt, and then I whip it up with this fun little thing. What else is going on? Church of Wheel Burner Express channel. Be looking out for that today. Go over there, subscribe, hit the bell, because he's going to be doing a Church of Wheel today, which is going to be exciting, no doubt. And Snorlord OG channel, please go check that out. He dropped a new video. Yeah, it's trying times that we're going through in the freight market. It's like fuel can be dropping in some areas. I've been getting fuel consistently because I've slipped through the South a couple of times, and I've filled up my tanks at, like, you know, 285, 282, 287. So that has probably helped me more than I realized. And then I'm going to do that again. So I'm trying to keep the fuel low. I'm not spending anything, except I do have a real estate auction today. But I've already set up my bidding for that, so it's going to do it on its own. So I don't really have to worry about that. Big stuff today. So I'm sorry about the camera. I'm excited. And I love a challenge. You guys know that I love a challenge. So I'm not afraid. And we're going to get it there. And we're going to pick it up on time. And it's going to happen. And it kind of all works out, right? Because I had a very quiet little day off yesterday. The shipper that I picked up at on Friday told me I could stay here all weekend. Now, that eliminates my little shower time. So I'm going to be, as soon as I get a chance, it's going to be shower time. But, you know, do the other bathing rituals to take care of that until I can get to a shower. It will happen. But I'm in Indianapolis. I got loaded at like 8 o'clock at night. And you know, there's no finding any parking spots around here when that's the case, especially on a weekend. So they were very gracious to let me stay here. It's very quiet. Dee Dee ran and played. They have a big area, and there's a fence around it to keep her safe. So I just could let her out of the truck, and she just got to have her way in all the area that she had to play and run and play with her ball. So that was fun. I decided that was all more worth trying to go and mess with the mess at the truck stop. And we had a nice quiet weekend. No reefers next to me. No stress if anybody's pulling back into, you know, all that. And the smell and whatever. So we had a very beautiful day off yesterday. And enjoyed the quiet space. That's very private. So that was pretty cool. Oh yes. I did watch your video this morning, Chris. Go to My Adventures. He put a new update up. Check out his channel. He's a super flatbedder rock star, and he dropped a new video about his week in review. And that was pretty cool. You got to go to Canada. So check out My Adventures channel as well. Thank you, Kamal, for putting up the links. This stream is sponsored by the like button. Yeah, tap the like button, folks. Buck Brown says, this place let me park here for a few days. Oh, wait, I'm at home. Well, good on you, Buck. You made it home. So, here's my little coffee. Let me show you my carnivore coffee. This is what it ends up looking like after I do this fun stuff and I whip the butter in here. Woo! Oops, I just made a mess. Okay, so that's how it goes, and then I'm ready to rock. But yeah, I cleaned the truck. The truck looks fantastic. You want to see? Real quick. This is very clean for me and Dee Dee. Everything's organized and such. And I did some fridge cleaning. I did some cabinet cleaning. So my cabinet looks fantastic. And I got into all of the nasty fuzzy places, such as under your bunk where your intake air for your AC system and stuff goes, you know, that gets really nasty, especially when you have a pet. I got under there and disinfected it and cleaned all of the dander and filth that had gathered on the little grill thing that, you know, the air comes into. Cleaned that. And I've decided to make that a regular task because apparently, like, I didn't clean it too long ago, and it was pretty rough. So I got that done. So I'm feeling pretty great. I'm feeling empowered and encouraged. I hope you are too. And I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I got to get on my game because I don't have time to mess around. I appreciate all you guys for coming in for Trucker Cafe this morning and enjoying coffee with me. I love you. God bless you. And have a great week.